Okay.
So while it's now live streamed and they're taking a minute to put the URL on the website so that people who want to join can join.
Okay.
All
right, Tracy, I just sent you that.
Okay. It's just coming through. Give me about 2 seconds. Let's see.
Thank you, Tracy.
No problem.
Mr. Willard, were you trying to say something? I'm sorry, we may have to overtalked you.
No, I was
Okay, it's
not.
on.
I was not.
Okay.
Y'all are good to go.
All right, you may proceed.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. This is the Polysomnography Advisory Committee meeting. I'd first like to make notification that any comments by the public are welcome and can be emailed to public comments at lsbme.la.gov. If we've confirmed all of the identity of all of the participants, we can proceed. Is that correct?
Jacinta can verify and I can verify we've identified everybody.
Can we confirm the members? Can they all announce themselves?
Rich Swallow here.
Lauren Davis here.
Judson Willard. Judson Willard here.
Joshua Johnson here.
Okay, we have 5. Dr. Swab and Kylie Foster have not been able to log in yet. Can the minutes, can we,
If let me put the minutes up. I'll put them up and you can review them. These are the minutes from the August 12th meeting.
do we have a motion to accept the minutes?
I motion we accept the minutes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item on the agenda is follow-up items. We had update on the rules and regs and a review of the home study rules. Is Miss Patricia, does she have any?
I made the changes from the last meeting and there should be in red on here.
I may have pulled the wrong file. Hang on. I think I pulled the wrong file. Let me get it. Was that sent to me, Jacinta? Or could you resend it if you don't have it?
Yeah, I think if you just keep scrolling, you'll get to the red.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't think this was the right one. Up there it is. I apologize. Thought it was my mistake.
So basically what this did was it took out the ands and replaced them with ors up in the top part, and then took out the proposed some of the proposed language that we had talked about in the past that y'all weren't sure if you wanted to go with, and then fixed the language about folks who get a permit while after they fail the test. And y'all indicated you wanted it to be 2 times. They could get it once and then they could get it 2 more times as long as they took the test within a year. And they
There she is.
so those are the changes that we made. So when that's combined with the home study rules that y'all already approved, you should be good to go.
Okay. Anybody have questions?
So what's the time frame on approval on this, when we can actually be following these rules?
Okay, well,
Um,
go ahead, Ms. Pat. Give them the,
Well, I
give them the
was-
lowdown.
I was gonna say, normally, normally if the proposed rule changes don't involve anything that could possibly affect competition in the marketplace, they can go quicker than otherwise. But because this one arguably does impose barriers to licensure, they'll review it on the anti-competitiveness track. So it might be a little longer, but the program that we're going through is new, and I don't think that they're backlogged. Unfortunately, it is just a process. You have to give timeframes involved and time for public comment and review. So optimistically, 3 to 6 months.
And the first thing that has to happen is this now will go on your recommendation to the board, and the board will give final approval. Then we'll start the process. The first thing is we give a fiscal and economic impact statement to the state to see what this is going to cost and make sure we're not pricing people out of the business, and make sure there's no concern about that. Then it has to be published in the register. Then once it's published in the register and Ms. Pat gets it cleared through the program to make sure that there's no antitrust, then we get an opportunity to have a hearing, or we'll have the hearing first and then have the antitrust. And then it goes to republication, final notice, and then of course it can go to oversight, and it can go, and it then goes to the governor. So again, it takes a little bit of, it's a process, it takes time. But I assure you, the first thing we got to do is get this approved by you all with a motion to recommend it to the board, and the board will then take it up. And since I have enough control over this situation, I can promise you, if you approve it today, it'll be on the October meeting of the board.
And I guess just to make sure that I'm on the same line as everybody else, so some of these changes make it so that we can do A-step programs in the state. So somebody could do the remote A-step program, and then under direct supervision of a licensed tech could get some clinical training to sit for the boards and then the licensure, right?
That's what we think we've done.
Okay, good. Yeah, because we're really struggling with getting staffing, and we really, if I have to, I'll start an A-step program, because I know Oshner and Slidell and us, we're all hurting for staff.
Well, do you all need a moment to go through this anymore? Because I mean, if you haven't seen it and you want to read it, let's go ahead and make sure you get a chance to read it.
I think that would be addressed up at the very top where you just changed "and" to "or."
Yeah,
think-
exactly. Yeah, no, that's the way I understand it. I just kind of wanted to make sure.
Okay,
Way at the beginning, Dr. Clotta.
I'm sorry. Let me go back up.
Right there. Wait, you passed it. Where it says "or."
I don't even see the red "or," forgive me.
There. Requirements and qualifications for licensure B1 and 2.
Oh, there it is. Okay, or, yeah.
There it is, right there.
And excuse me, there are several places, both in the red new text and in the existing text, where there's just a typo that says "am applicant" with an M instead of "am applicant." I saw it a couple of times.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's there, but then further down in the text, not in a new part, I saw it. You may just have to do a find and replace.
Okay, well, Jacinta will take care of cleaning that up with Miss Pat. All right, is there any, I mean, you guys got to tell us, you want to go line by line and read this, or you page by page? What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm pretty comfortable that with just going with it. you know, I've been looking at this for years now.
Christine or Joshua, y'all have any comments?
No, I think we should go with it. We're so familiar with this document.
Yeah, I agree. We've read it many times.
Please
have
make
a
a motion and vote on it.
I'm making a motion to accept.
So moved, all in favor? Aye.
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 We move that the motion be recommended to the board.
And it'll be on the agenda for the October meeting.
Awesome. Okay, I guess I was the Southern University PSG school in Shreveport had their inspection and they were approved, and I guess they're either approved or as a KHAP program or certified, whatever it is. But anyway, they have students in place, and hopefully we'll be having an impact in the future on the supply of texts. So that gives us 2 in-state schools for that are KHAP approved. So.
Are there any students starting this year at the Delgado School? I had heard that they had no candidates.
We don't track that. The board doesn't track that. I'm sorry, the board can't help you with that one.
Yeah. No. It seems like there's a lot of energy in the Shreveport school, but I haven't heard much happening in Delgado.
Yeah, I've spoken with Colton because we're gonna help with the Shreveport school as far as has somewhere, you know, they can come to us in West Monroe for their clinicals and stuff if they, you know, don't want to go to Shreveport or whatever. So he seems like it's, yeah, got a lot of energy, as you say.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. There was a personnel issue that we'd recommended to the board. Is there anything that we need to know about that, or is that all private?
Let's do that in executive session. Oh, what do you think, Ms. Pat?
If you don't name names and you don't use any personally identifiable information, you can talk about it. I don't remember off the top of my head what it was, and I thought that I don't know if it was it something that I don't remember what it was from last time.
I think we were missing the hospital administrator position, and
Oh, that's part of our personnel, but the issue that went to I think Kylie went to went to represent an applicant, I believe. As long as we don't have to make any other actions, I guess that's really more the issue, I guess.
Let me just do something real fast to check on that. Because it was at the board meeting, I think at the last board meeting, let me pull up those minutes and check them just to be sure.
Yeah.
That would be reflected as executive session agenda item 05.00.03 in the public minutes. Of August.
Get them real quick. Those minutes are on the website, right?
I have them right here. If you just give me 1 second.
Okay, you can pull them up if you got them. I was going to turn them on the find them on the website.
Just waiting for them to pull up. All right. So I can read it to you. I'm
Okay.
having problems sharing since you're sharing.
Well,
it
let me close my share. You share. Hang on, I'll stop
Okay.
sharing. That may have personalized identification. Does it? If it does, we have to keep it in executive session.
It doesn't. I pulled up the public minutes.
Just be talking about what they voted on, yeah.
Yeah. So here it is. It just says regarding the polysomnography committee's recommendation and the request for polysomnographic licensure of the applicant, agenda number 05.00.03. Returning to public session and on the motion of Dr. Thomas, duly seconded by Ms. Sport, the board voted unanimously to approve the applicant's request for a license. And then we noted that there was a public comment from Kylie Foster was received and noted on this item. Is that what you needed, Dr. Bordelon?
Yeah, I think so. We don't have any more action we have to do with that, correct?
No, you're all done, and the licensees should be in process.
Okay. So the other issue was we don't have a hospital administrator member. Does anybody have any recommendations or anybody?
What I would do, and I'll just tell you what you need to do, is since that hospital administrator recommendation has to come from the LHA, if you all know of a administrator that is willing to help you all, then what you need to do is ask him or help him send a letter to LHA to nominate him to this board, and along with 2 other names, because that's a governor's appointment, as I recall. And Ms. Pat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a governor's appointment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the governor's office usually likes 3 names. So while I can maybe get them to do it pretty quick, if they don't get 3 names, that's going to delay it. So the LHA needs to send 3 names, and you certainly one of the person that really wants to do it, we need to know about it, and we'll send it on to the governor's office. But
What
again,
does hospital administrator mean? So that has to be like somebody that's, I mean, what would their title be?
CFO, CEO.
Oh, okay, so one of those, one of the
Yeah,
O's.
in administration.
somebody who
Previously-
is in the administration of a hospital.
Yeah. Previously, Bud Barrows did, but after he left Lords, I don't think he's agreed to continue, so.
I can speak with my CEO today.
Yeah.
He's usually pretty game.
Okay. Do we have any other items anybody wants to discuss?
I wanted to share with you all some information, but I'd like to go in executive session because it has to do with one of Kylie's concerns, that she thought it was taking too long to get licensed. And she was having problems with reported complaints of people getting licensed. So if we could go into executive session, it'll take a few minutes, but you'll need to have a motion to go in executive session. I want to share with you the information that is as current as it this morning.
Okay. So moved. Can we go into executive session?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Give
Any
me 1
opposed?
second.
Hearing no opposition, please make the transition to executive session.
All right, give me 1 second. Judson, you're on your phone. It probably won't move you over.
Am I the only one that went across?
Looks like it's doing a countdown, so if they don't press the button, it'll be 30 seconds. Here they come.
We've lost a few people. They didn't make it.
They're coming,
Okay,
15 seconds.
all right.
You can cross automatically if you press the blue button. If not, it just kicks you out.
Is everybody? Okay. Did Judson come back on or not? Nope.
He's not in the public room.
Okay. So can we make a motion to accept the minutes, executive?
Yes.
All approved?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, you got it. Do you want to schedule another meeting? What do you want to do?
Do we have any upcoming information we need to have anything? Lauren?
No, but do you want to start setting a regular schedule?
I guess we're probably good for maybe next year, till next year. Is that all right?
January?
Sounds good.
Sounds great to me.
You all have any particular days of the week? Would you want to do on a Saturday morning? Tell us what we need.
Oh, no.
Friday around 11 seems to work better. for the
Friday,
teachers.
fine. Jacinta will get you a Friday in January and she'll get you going.
And now, one reminder, I guess we will have the ethics training, or will y'all send that out?
As soon as we get your P numbers, you'll be sending them out to you.
Okay.
All right. We have nothing else to tell you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for
Thank
your
you.
work.
Okay, move to join.